Hey bro, so I'm going through the documents in the Overcoming Sexual Shame course, the new one you've just prepared, and I'm having some formatting problems. I'm not sure why it keeps coming up, but it's like a complete redo every time. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to make sure that you're actually using a pre-existing course document and copying it to make sure you pick up the correct styles that have been programmed to work properly in the emails. So I'm going to first give you a quick highlight some of the key problems that I'm seeing that I'm running into, and then so just so you're aware of them. The first problem is, we talked about this section here, the styles is very, very important. Everything hinges off of those. And right now, like, this is not a title. This should always be a title. This always needs to be a subtitle, otherwise it can't pick them up. And then there's certain other formatting things. These are this is a heading 1, which is correct, but it should not be bolded like that. If we were going to do something like that, we'd want it to happen across the board, which means we would set it in the style itself. What you instead want to do, what I've been doing in all the other documents, is highlighting specific words like that. Okay? And so on and so forth. So we've got, this is a heading 2, that should not be bolded. Should not be bolded. Should not be bolded. And most of these, what we've been doing is all of them should be heading 1s, except for key points to remember. So I've been very consistent in how I've labeled the other ones, and we want to make sure that that the email will pick them up properly. So you want to make everything a heading 1, except for key points to remember. We make a heading 2. So those are some of the key things. Now, what I've done, you see, that shows you how the structure is supposed to work, but those styles aren't actually correct, which is why it's the spacing will come out wrong, and so on. The leading is incorrect. So, which is why it's so important to copy another document. Now, I'm not sure where you got these from and why it's kind of whacked. So what I've done is I've created, if you go under BROJO University, there's now a folder called templates. And what you should do is always start here. I'll always make sure these are programmed correctly. Simply right click. So we need a welcome. We always need a welcome email, which I need to create for you as well. And I'll have you write up the content. Most of the days will be like this day 1, this standard, like typical. And the very last day will be based on this, because it's got this very important highlighted reminder for the course completion. So those are the key things. You'll have 3 documents to copy, and all you do is you right click it, you make a copy, and then you'll move the copy using this move to option into the folder you want. So out of templates, into BROJO, into Confident Mindset, for example, so on. You go to your sexual shame course and you click move, and it would take the copied document and move it over. Just to make sure, I want to make sure that both of these do not say copy, just so that you can tell exactly which ones the copies are. Let me rename that one. Very good. Now that's done. Now, hopping back into the Confident Mindset Sexual Shame folder, Overcoming Sexual Shame. 2 other things. One is, it's totally fine to have other documents and references in there, but all the things that are not part of the publication, please create a notes subfolder and put them in there. That way they're separate and they don't create confusion when the program's trying to find the right documents. I'm going to try to figure out how to get the styles over so I don't have to recreate every single one of these, because I'd set them up and then I realized they were set up wrong with invalid styles. And one other thing is this welcome document, make sure to always copy that one, and it would help. You can, write up your content in here exactly the way you want. I'll send this link to you so you can edit it. But also, if you can find an image that represents what you're looking for, that will be very helpful. Now, I think I've found some that will work well for sexual shame, so I'm going to work on that directly. But what we want is an image that can be cropped to this shape quite effectively, but that also looks quite good in a normal landscaped 3:4 aspect ratio, much larger, because in the BROJO University view, on the website, we want that same image to appear there, but it will be shaped differently. So basically, as long as you find something that's got good action towards the center of the image, that'll usually work quite well. I think that's it, bro. Let me know if you have any questions.